Hello, hello, it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. Welcome to my channel. I'm a little late to the game today, or to the show today. Just been being lazy. Took a little bit of a break on the weekend to work on family tree stuff. And, oh boy, that's coming along grand. It's a lot of work, let me tell you. So I have this flower all fussy cut, and I'm working on the Deck the Year cards and trying to catch up with at Penny's Crafty Creations. Penny's Crafty Creations? Something like that. Penny's Crafty Creations, yes, that's correct. Oh my goodness, Angela. I have torn this out of the book, and it has this on the other side. I wasn't too interested in these flowers. I don't know why. I just wasn't. But I thought this might kind of go there with this. Does that make sense? Sure. Sure it does. So let's see. Like that. I know what I want to do. What I want to do is take this little piece off right here. So let's do this. Maybe right about here. Sure, why not? I do like that little bit of music stuff in the background there. So I want this to go my usual route where I tear a little bit off like this. Oh, I wish I'd have got it clear from the top. That's okay. We'll add something there. Let's ink this edge. Well, we're just going to have to go with Festive Berries because I can't find the one I want. So, Distress Ink, Festive Berries. I'm going to mix it with that color anyway. But the Festive Berries is a very pretty color. I mean, look at that. Can't miss with that. And besides, it's a great reminder of summertime when you go out and pick berries. So you can go home and make a blackberry pie. Delicious. Don't really need to do this side. Because it's going to go, well, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Okay, so I might have to trim a little bit here and there. But let's start there. That would be a great place to start. Yeah, I had gotten ahead on all my videoing and quickly fell behind over the weekend when I didn't keep it up. And so I'm late to the party today, and I'm sorry about that. I try to, get my videos playing by 4 o'clock every morning, Pacific time. And, I don't know what the best time to throw the videos out there is. Sometimes I think it has a natural setting of going off at midnight, Pacific time. But, I don't know if that's good or bad, or I don't know. Really don't know what is the best time. Sorry about my mat under here, but it is covered stem to stern, north, south, east. Well, north is me, but south, east, and west are covered with stuff. Oh yes, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Now, how do I get around this guy with a little bit of stuff. But I managed it. Okay, I'm just going to go that far because I feel like I'm stressing it out too much. Yeah, I was, see? Look at that poor leaf. Okay. Now, the hardest part. You come over here. Okay, how do we do this? Maybe about like that. Oh, I gotta get this off my hands. Ah, where's my cat? I gotta dig it out. Hang on. It's okay if some of it gets kind of bendy. We'll just have to deal with it that way. Oh, that got too close to the edge there. I'm sorry, little flower. Oh! Oh, oh. Poor baby. There we go. It's all right. Okay, so somewhere I just obliterated my other leaf. Over here somewhere. I don't know where it went. That's okay. We don't really need it on there anyway because now it won't fit because it went over here somewhere. I did not mean to get it so close over here, but gosh, you know, that was quite a feat to just get it that far. Okay. Just going to go in here with this color and let it kind of highlight here and there. So it's a little darker in the centers and stuff. Oh, right here. This guy. Being brave, are ya? Don't you know that you can lose your leaf that way? There. That looks okay. Just okay. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. We love it. We do love it. So I was watching Natasha at Treasure Books, and she has some videos on making tags of, you know, that are on maybe like a flip ring or something. Well, that's, like I said, I'm in the past I've said I think I'm gonna, or maybe I haven't to you, and that might be one of the videos I recorded and had to stop because it didn't work. But anyway, what? I don't know. Oh, I'm going to put them on flip rings, I think. We'll take them out of that book and put them on the flip ring. A big round ring, you know. One of those. Okay, so this is not done. It needs something more. It needs it right down through here. So let's take a peek in the lace box. Ooh, that's pretty, but that's too big. Look at that one. Boy, that's a pretty one. But that's too big too. Look at this. That might work. That could work too. Okay. I think we'll maybe go with something like that. What do you think? I know it's a little lacy, but it's a flower. It needs a little lace, a little love. Which way do you go, my friend? Let's look at both sides. I think you're the top. You're the cat's meow. Fabric tape, fabric glue. It even has fabric on it. Okay, so we're going to go here to about here. And then we're going to use the pointer finger to point at our paper. Has nothing to do with the Pointer Sisters. I can't even remember their songs, but I'm sure that I heard enough of them in our household when I was a kid. On my lap is the towel that I'm looking for. Okay, now I want this on here. Do you have a front and back? Oh, this is your front. I see. I see it. And we're just going to put that right down along there. Let's bring it down a little bit. There you go. Oh, I see. That's paper sticking out back there. I thought it was lace, but it's not. There. Oh, isn't that a pretty one? Oh, oh, it's lovely. There. Now it just needs a little bit of, oh, that doesn't go there. A little bit of blingy bling. And let's see. So here's another one that I did, and I just put a chain through here with a jump ring to connect it together, to hold it in. And then I put these little hearts on there to kind of go with that flower. But this was kind of a faded batch. This is from a book I bought of butterflies, I believe. And I bought it through Amazon. And they were very faded flowers. I was pretty, well, I was a little disappointed because there was a false review in there that said that they were very pretty. But maybe it's just the way they did their pages. I don't know. It might be something that they wanted to do. But you can see they're pretty faded. So once I got it cut out, it just, well, anyway, I got that one and this one, vintage bird. It has some good birds in it, but it does have some faded birds too. And I assume that it's just that the you can take any old picture like this and you can brighten it up on a photo program. So, you know, you can bring life back to it. But maybe they just wanted it to look that way. So, anyway, I was a little disappointed in these because they're, well, this one has just paper, but see, it's a kit. So remember, if you go to buy vintage ephemera, junk journal, if it says kit, you're going to get all the papers too. Now this one does have some good ephemera in it, and I like that. I appreciate that. And then this is junk journal cutout, so you'll have more cutouts. So this one has lots, but it has some very tiny cutouts too. Look at this, tiny. Tiny. But, you know, if you're making clusters, these are perfect. Perfect cluster pieces. And then I got this one, the Vintage Sewing. So, yeah. So there's some good pieces in it. I appreciate this one. It'll be good for doing sewing ephemera. I do like to do that. Oh, let's just set those down here and get them off the desk for now. Okay, so now here we are. Do we want to put blingy thingies on this one? Does it need hanging jewelry? Like from here to there? Let me grab some chain. I just keep blocking myself with beads and things on my desk. I hate to have to film this one more time. I'm caught in my sweater. You see that? Everything was caught in my sweater. Okay. So, you know, with these, you could use brads as well to tie them in. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is put this through here, like that. Then we find you can put a button on the back, you can put a little ring on the back. And I'll get the scissors off. Okay. So what you want to do back here is find a little ring that will not go back through the hole. So one of these would work. It's a little one, so we'll just take it. Just like that. Not that one, please. Okay, just like that. Guess I should have went with this color of chain. Okay, so there's that one. So you're going to put that through there. And now we're going to droop this one like so, which means I need to push this. Okay, there we go. Pulled that through. Now we want to take another one of these that is bigger than that hole. Bigger than that hole. And you want to figure out where you want this to droop. And I think I want it to droop. I don't know, I think there is pretty. And then this one will droop over here like this. You see? Okay. So it's going to droop a little further than I had it because I have to put this through the chain now. Right. Oops. Why am I doing it with just my fingers? That's a silly way to do beading. It's what I do though. I line those guys back up. And here we go. And look at that, I got one on the wrong side. That's okay, because we're just going to figure out where to droop it. So let's see. It's better to droop it this way. And we'll have to put something here on the outside so it quits going back through. But right about here, we want to first untangle that from there. Oh, all untangled. There we go. But first we'll get this on, and then we'll go back and put something on the other side of this so that chain quits sliding back and forth. Right? Right. Some of these are thick and some are thin. Thick and thin. Okay. Find my end point, which is right here. Now you can, if you want, you can run this around again and hook it so that it has a loop coming back around the front. I'm not going to do that, but you could do that. So make sure when you're doing, if you decide to play with beads, that when you do your jump rings, you are doing them, you know, this way or that way, but not both. Just and then back to where they line up again. And then I just kind of squish them together if they need squishing. Okay. So there is my droopity droop. Now, something here. What do we have that would work? I think what we'll do is we'll start with maybe a pretty little bead up there. Like this. I think that would work. Right there. So it needs, I'm going to need to make a little pin, see, and this can't go through here. If it goes all the way through, then this one will, oh, doesn't work, see? So let's take a little heart and try it. Perfect, look at that. And now we can put on, what was that bead we had? Was it this one? Gosh, that's so pretty. I don't remember if that's the one I had or not. Oh no, I think I had one of these littler ones. That's a little one. That could be a good one. I don't think that's what I had. I think this is what I had. Perfect. And then to balance out the color again, gonna give it that. And now I'm going to take my needle nose. This is very soft. So you start with this right at the top of the bead, and you squish them down. And you bend this guy over the smallest, this is because I want to make a small circle, over the smallest part. Then you put this up like this, and you come over your needle nose and just slightly under. And before you go all the way around, you want to put this in the place that you want it. So I want this one right here. So I'm going to wrap that around there. And I'm going to come back and grab my needle nose. Now this is pretty close work here, so I need to squish that back in there, like so. Let's get my needle nose back in there. Let's do this right. Bend it over the needle nose. And just... Okay, now I'm holding on to the ring. And this is very soft wire, like I said. So I'm just going to wrap it around. And this is not a perfect wrap either, so don't be looking for perfection here. I just want something that prevents this from sliding back in the hole all the time. Now I got to bring one over here. Okay, and then we'll put another one down in here somewhere, and that'll help hold this side. Okay, let's see. So one of these little softies, these are very soft. I would normally just toss these because they're too soft. Put it through the hole, make sure it doesn't slide all the way over. And then, let's see. Oh, I saw one. Well, I don't have to use those. I can use these. Look at this. This is pretty. Nothing says they have to all be the same. Although a round bead would be better. Let's see if we can find a roundy bead. I don't think any of these are roundy. Okay, that'll work. See all the little eyes in here? And then a light pink on top. These are little glass beads. Okay, let's see if we can do this a little better. Okay, right there. Bend that over. Turn this up. Bring it over the top. And get ready to roll it under like that. See, we got to have a little space there to get this through. Okay. And this is just going to prevent this from rolling around. That's all it does. Normally I can wrap a lot better, but this is a very soft piece of metal. Like I said, normally I would just throw these away because they're too soft. Okay, so there's those. Now let's get one over here. I don't think that can go through at all. I mean, it does a little bit, but not much. So right here we need one more. That one's too bent. Okay. One heart. One heart bead. Not a heartbeat, but a heart bead. And then need something that's a little colorful. There we go. And then we need this little round pink one right here, the light pink, because I'm doing that same color over and over again. Needle nose, and you can make this as big around as you want. You know, it doesn't really matter. The farther up the needle nose you go, the bigger your... Wow, did I do that wrong or what? I did. I went completely the wrong way. Okay, so I got my wrap started there. So soft, it's almost makes it hard because it's so soft you can't hardly feel it in your fingers. It only needs a couple of little twists there. Okay, so that is going to hold that chain in place. So now you can go through and add some little pieces to hold it. And I was thinking about using these Swarovskis. There's one. There's the other. And I have these little fancier head pins that I thought I could use. And I could I use my bigger hearts with that Swarovski? I could. And then I could put a little heart on top of that, maybe. Let's see. There. What do you think? Yay or nay? Why not? Let's do it. Okay, now we can go ahead and do this right at the top of this bead if we want. My tool is screwy. I'm going to do a little bigger loop. Over. This is a little tighter, so I'm going to make it a little bit tighter to put on here. Right here. Then you come back and grab your loop. And you can squish it together now, because this is a thicker stuff. And once you squish it together like that, with your chain in there, now you could just make a loop on here and then put another one of these jump rings. You could do it that way. I just prefer to put them in this way because, wow, that one went way over there somewhere. Because these can come loose. Not that you're going to be doing anything with this card to, you know, make it, you're not going to be overzealous with it or anything. I need a little one. Am I out of little ones? Oh no, there's one. I got it. They make all kinds of decorative head pins. But you do want to get a good one if you're going to buy them, because if they're not good, they will just shatter. And the actual wire will shatter when you bend it. It will just, because it's not not one, because you didn't spend enough money on it. So you want to make sure that you buy heavy duty. The small ones are good. I mean, you know, they're just not heavy duty. I normally like a little heavier duty. Head pin. I keep flipping this over. I wonder if this heart is wrong. No, there we go. Okay, you got your heart on right? Okay. His heart is correct. It's kind of a dual color heart. We're using it. Okay, a little bigger. So we're going to go over. Going to turn this way. So is that perpendicular to this? And then turn it back towards you. Roll this up. Roll it over. Turn it just a little to the side. And roll these over. And now you're ready to figure out where you want this on your chain. I'm going to go right about the middle, so it will lay right. And what you're doing now is twisting this wire around. Now it's a heavy duty wire, so it's going to get harder to twist. So you can always use your other pliers to help you. But if it's twisted a couple times, you just need to cut it off. And I mean, it's not going to be used for a necklace or anything like that. If this was going to be used for a necklace, I'd be a lot more careful than I'm being. You know, I'd be trying to be a little more perfect with it. I'm trying to get right down to that little piece that could cut somebody. It is a sharp, sharp wire. See it? I don't know if you can see it hanging out there, but let's try and clip it around. It's very hard because everything starts turning and flopping around the way it wants to go. Okay, let's see how it looks. Well, there we are. That is just what I wanted. Now, you could, if you want these to stay right where they are, you could go through and put a little hole in here, or two tiny holes, and you could run a wire through here to hold them in place. Or you can just let them flop around. It's up to you. I'm going to let mine be floppy. Floppy, floppy, floppy. And I am going to ink this up. So this is my deck, what is it? Deck the Year? This is my Deck the Year card from my giant jumbo deck of cards. And I have made 2 of them, and they are both beaded. But this one is really cute. I love it. So what do you think? Yeah, there they are. And then, like I said, they'll be in a jump ring, a big jump ring. You know, one of those big rings that connect together. So there we are. That is what I have for my Deck the Year. And I still got my little bee card here from Carol. So cute. Thank you, Carol. How cute is that? Okay, that is what I have for today. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll give beading a try. It's always so much fun. I love it. So there we are. Happy Deck the Year to you. Bye.